Hi, all you SPMEs out there. Today's question has 3 answers, and you're going to want to stick around because in the third answer, I'm going to explain to you exactly the one thing that makes the difference between those who manage to get their books actually fully self-published and selling and those who fail at this effort. So, what was the question sent in today? It was how to self-publish a book, Wikihow. Now, the person who sent this in is wanting to get the highest quality book. In your mind, you envision having your book that you've written published by yourself with a cover and the contents. It's looking amazing. The quality of the work is great, and it's completely optimized so that your readers are going to be excited to read through your book. But then the question is, how exactly do we do this as painlessly as possible? This is Chris Baird from selfpublishingmadeeasynow.com. Click the subscribe button if you'd like for me to make more videos like this one, and check out below in the description where you will find my absolutely free self-publishing power checklist to help you get started in your self-publishing journey and make sure you're not skipping any of the important steps that you need to get self-publishing. But before we get into that, I want to tell you a little story related to this theme regarding mac and cheese. I was at the Air Force Academy on my 3rd year at the Academy, and I was getting hungry. I had bought a box of macaroni and cheese, and I was going to make it. And the thing is, I was thinking, well, this will be easy enough. I don't really need to read too many of the instructions. And I grew up in an environment where I really would just try to figure stuff out for myself. I didn't really want to have to see if I could figure out, if I could read the instructions and then follow step by step. Why should I do that when I could figure stuff out? And it seems like a good idea to do that. And I always would feel so wonderful when you would solve a problem without actually reading the instructions. But only later on in life did I understand that this was a bad idea on a number of fronts. And when it came to the mac and cheese, I took the bowl and I took the macaronis, I stuck them into the bowl, and I put the cheese on top, and I started pouring hot water into the bowl and mixing it around. Now, the problem is this is not how you're supposed to do mac and cheese. It's supposed to be you boil the pasta first, then we pour off the water, put the cheese in, and mix it together. But I did not know that because, well, as I mentioned, I didn't read the instructions on the back side of the box. So the end result was I had a watery cheese with hard macaronis inside of it, which is a terrible combination. If you've ever tried mac and cheese or tried pasta that's not fully cooked, it's absolutely awful. Now, my roommate was completely laughing at me at this point, and I wasn't humiliated, but I felt, what had I done wrong here? And what was crazy was that even this experience itself did not teach me the key lesson, which is if you follow other people's guidance who have been there before you, like reading the back of the box, you can save a lot of time and money, that there's no need to reinvent the wheel, okay? So that was a very important lesson for me regarding the mac and cheese, and it's a very important lesson for you when it comes to self-publishing. So let's get into the answers. The first answer is there are 3 phases with self-publishing that you need to pay attention to and not ignore. The first of those phases is finding the right market. And the way that we do that is we use a tool called KDSpy. You can find my affiliate link below in the description. This is the one that I use to specifically find which books are selling a lot in a given niche where there's not that many books available. And this is a perfect tool for finding out the titles and the niches that you should be writing your books in. But if you've already written your book, then it moves us into the next phase, which is the optimizing of the book. And to optimize the book, that means we need to get properly formatted. I use a tool called Jutoh, which you can find my affiliate link in the description. That's the tool I use to make sure my books are spotlessly perfect every single time. And then we're going to be able to take the tool, the book, the manuscript, and we're going to get a cover ordered that we combine together. We're going to have a great description. We're going to make sure the keywords we're using are great. We're going to have the table of contents when somebody does a look through on there. And the combination of all of this is going to result in us getting a fantastic book onto the market. And when we do publish this book onto the market, then we're going to go on to the third phase, which is the marketing phase of the entire process here. And that's where we're going to run ads and do content marketing for your book. That will ensure that you're able to get it done. And the thing is, you shouldn't do all of these phases at once. And this is something that many new self-publishers or new authors, they don't completely catch. You need to master one thing at a time, go step by step. And each time we put a new book on the market, we learn a little bit from the previous book that we had so that we don't make the same mistakes twice. And that is something that most people, they just get so bogged down with so much stuff, or like in my macaroni and cheese, you think you don't need anything and you throw it on the market without actually getting help with regards to your book, and you watch it crash and burn. So take my word for it. You don't want watery macaroni and cheese, and you definitely don't want a low quality book on the market that nobody wants to buy since there's not even a market for it. Those are terrible feelings. And the authors that win, they focus on all three of these points and they break it down step by step, making a little bit of progress each day. So, have you published your very first book? I would love to hear it. Let me know. Write yes below in the comments if you have, and write no if you have not published your very first book. I would love to hear it so I know exactly the audience that I'm speaking to right here. Okay, thanks a lot, and check out my video up above here for more video answers to your self-publishing questions. Thanks.